I'm just going to start filming right now just because I can.
Not a problem.
It's like... It's 8 minutes until we start shooting! Yay! Okay. Okay. You know, I'm trying to look... Even with the cable, I'm not sure I'm...
Oh, that looks cool. This guy, I guess, did a computer generated though.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, less ambient noise. He says as he climbs away. Oh, that is pretty. Whoa, that nice venom there.
Yeah, massive.
It's like the heavy from Team Fortress 2. Oh, it's gonna make me log in even though I'm connected to a wire. I'll just bet you. Not to see it. I may have to use this computer to internet.
Amos Brown, this guy, when I was interning at TV 53, he was such a dick to people. Like, biblically, like, he was very, like, politically aware and pretty savvy in that respect, but he was such a dick guy behind the scenes. When I came as an intern, I think he kind of looked at me like, yeah, hi, and he just kind of goes on his way. Like, okay.
There's a picture of a little girl with a spider on her face, and the demotivation says, "This girl is braver than all of you."
Oh,
that's just crazy.
Oh, look at there, human centipede.
That's just... I saw that film, and I'm like,
yeah.
Why am I watching this?
And why are they making a sequel?
Yeah. That's just crazy. I mean, where else can you go with this concept?
Yeah. You know, and I should add you to this group. It's a secret group on Facebook. And they have crazy stuff like this. Let me show you some. Find some photos. Tons of fun. Oh, God.
What?
So I killed. So my cookies into me, I can get away with it. Parenting. This has to be difficult. I like that with the what's those animal cages or whatever they call them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, Case, I really have figured I'm gonna let you finish, but OJ had the best acquittal of all time. Oh my God, I haven't seen that one yet. I made you a baby, but I killed it, and there's Casey's and there's wrong. That's great. I don't always kill my children, but when I do, I get away with it.
Wow. Is she literally smoking a joint and drinking while that picture was being... Oh, cigar.
Yeah, it's
awesome. Cigar. Good shit. This is not safe for radio, so we can swear.
Right. I don't like do it excessively.
Right. Oh, neither do I. I mean, on my show, I do stuff. So okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to set up. Yeah, I can't connect at all with this computer. So okay, we're gonna say screw this computer. Shut down.
Yeah, I gotta add you to this fucking group. There's like 32 of us now. It's like this. There's crazy shit all over here.
Oh, there I am. Awesome. Just hack my crap here since IUK doesn't want me to use their internet.
Damn it.
People.
Rapper Slim Duncan shot to death in Atlanta music studio. God. Okay, we got ground beef recalled in 16 states over E. coli concerns. So
What a wonderful world we live in, you know?
Mississippi mayor outed after sex shop purchase billed the city. Oh, that's going to be a good article to go in on about. He reveals he is gay after visiting gay sex shop on city's dime. You think? Welcome to Front Street. And of course he's a Republican.
Oh, well, not for long.
No, right? He's gonna be Democrat by proxy.
Mm-hmm.
You can't stay in the Republican Party and be gay.
Yeah, I remember. I forget what movie it was, but it was one of the guys from Wings was the star, and the guy who played the Pretender. And they were basically playing a gay couple. Patrick Stewart was in it. Yeah, Jeffrey.
I remember
it was funny because the guy's up there announcing, because there's a big gay rally, and they're announcing different groups, and like, here, and there's a different group here, black gay Republicans. Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing. It was. Oh, boy. You know, I'm just going to perch on the back of this until it breaks. See what happens. Do you? I don't. Just going to use that. I'm not going to sit up here. Here's where I'd like to be. Right here.
Would you prefer this chair? It's higher than that one.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
I'm just gonna float. The focus. It's your show, so the focus isn't on you.
Okay.
So, I'm just gonna.
Oh, I wonder. You know what? She didn't put me. There's this girl I know used to do crack, and so I've been putting like.
Not anymore. I'm hoping.
I don't know. She weighs like $110, so it's hard telling.
It's a great diet if you can stick with it.
Here's what I put on her page: Pee Wee Herman Crack PSA remix. Before that, I had Crack Jaggers from like the guys who made Bum Fights in Decline. There was a video called Sports Me Think. Volume 1. There's this part. This guy, he looks like Mick Jagger, but he's cracked out. And he's like walking around like all crazy and smoking. And then before that, I had Steve-O from Jackass. He did a song called Crack Cocaine.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
Now, coming up.
It's the magic time.
Yeah, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, citizens of Earth and other strange dimensions thereof, this is Leonard Pig, and you're listening to the latest edition of Pig's Pen. And of course, this week, for those of you who might have seen it on Facebook, I've got a special guest, the one, the only, Hate Mail's own, Andy Eichholz.
Hi.
And we're going to talk crazy. We're going to play some tracks and try to have as much fun as possible in the good old studio today. So stay tuned. We're going to start off with a little bit of War by Amber Sunshower and Chuck D, and we're going to come back and tell you how crazy the world's getting. Shite.
Almost missed it, but we're good.
I almost forgot to record it, which I've done that before. I've done shows, man. That was a killer show. Did you record it? Fuck! God! So I've done that like music-wise too. Like one time I was with my friend Zach, Zach Bollinger, and like Luke Murphy was there. I'm playing on the keyboard a little bit. Luke's playing bass. Zach's lead guitar. We did like a 20-minute jam session. And man, oh man, it's like he thought he was recording it.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'll pick up my mess later.
Okay.
Ooh, multiplayer guide for Space Marine. Yay! Oh, we already got one person saying, I'm listening now.
Cool.
That guy from Indy. Gillette face fucker. Sean Jeffries.
Oh, yeah. Sean put some wild shit on there.
I love him.
The song Baby It's Cold Outside equals Ode to Date Rape. Happy holidays, everyone. God, Amanda's crazy. Love that girl. Wow. Oh. I'm going to put that on.
That needs to be shared. Yeah. Wow. Just gonna throw up a fast Google page just so I can Google quickly.
Damn it.
There. I'm now armed. Oh, Sean just posted. That's wrong. Good one, Sean.
For this, I got to get her with jobs. That's great.
Oh goodness, good shit. Nunchucks. Yep, sharing that.
Let's see. I don't know. So we should probably talk about this mayor. That'll be fun.
I don't know nothing about politics, so I'm going to give you the stupid man's version of.
Well, I mean, I'm no political analyst. I mean, I just
When you're talking about politics, when I'm in the room, there's always someone smarter in the room as far as that goes. But I'm not political at all. Other than I'm looking at this, going, man, this is some like the SOPA Act and the Citizenship Imprisonment Bill, that crap. Goodness. Was that Mississippi?
Yeah.
A gay mayor in Mississippi.
Wow, who'd have thought?
Okay. Well, world's getting cooler, I guess.
We'll see.
Well, if he stays.
Welcome to Pig's Pen. We are back. And again, I've got with me in the studio today Andy Eichholz.
Hello there.
And Andy, you've got your show, Hate Mail.
Yes, I do.
And it's on YouTube. So if somebody just goes on YouTube and...
Yeah. On a Google search or some sort of any kind of search engine, what you do is you type in the letter H and the number 8, which spells the word hate in leet speak, and then mail, as two different words, hate mail. And I come right up on a Google search, which surprises the heck out of me. So I'm enjoying it.
That's
but
great.
Before we get too much deeper into this, I brought you something.
Uh-oh.
I know I see you with the Avengers shirt. I saw you with the Captain America shield, something like that. So I'm assuming you're into the Avengers.
Oh, absolutely. I'm looking forward to the movie.
So I'm looking in my collection of stuff for comic book related things, and I have here a promo card from the Marvel vs. Master System.
Oh, wow.
And it is the Avengers card.
Okay.
Signed by the artist Andrew Robinson. So there you go. That's
Holy smokes, thank you. Wow,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, this is a beautiful card that he gave me here. Autographed, no less. The artwork looks like it's painted. You got Hawkeye, Thor, Vision, Scarlet Witch, Iron Man, of course, Captain America. Man, this is going in my collection of autographed stuff. Thank you so much. It's very cool. On your show, for those who might not be familiar with the format, what do you typically talk about?
I talk about games, mostly video games, but if any game that excites me or I think the public needs, my viewers need to know about, I will talk about video games, board games, any kind of game. Also television shows and movie reviews, which I've done a couple movies. I haven't really touched any television yet, but I've only done, how many episodes have I done now? I've only done 18 episodes. I've only been doing this for a few months, but several people seem to like it, so I'm continuing on.
Very cool. So if you get a chance, check out Hate Mail. That's H, the number 8 Mail on YouTube, or you can Google it.
And also there's a Facebook fan page.
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
Yes, Hate Mail on Facebook.
Holy smokes, this man has fans.
27 fans now.
Sweet.
I'm internet famous.
That's great. Oh, wow.
What you got?
In Ninja Nothingland, there's an interesting post.
Let's see it.
There's some graffiti, and it says, "How do you make an archaeologist blush?" Somebody wrote this on the side of a...
Oh, no.
Yeah, and on the bottom it says, "Give them a dirty tan when I ask which period it's from."
Oh, God. Thanks, Sean.
Holy smokes. Yeah, shout out to Sean Jeffers for posting that on Facebook.
Oh.
This man's sense of humor is without peer, and it is warped beyond reckoning, and I love the man for it.
This is why he's on my friends list.
Yeah. I've known him for years. I remember, hanging out late nights. When Denny's was still around, we used to hang out there.
Yeah.
And there was this Degan thing. But he would sing, pop songs in the style of, the guy from Laibach.
Okay.
So he would have, this German death metal voice. And then, he'd be doing Britney Spears, "My loneliness is killing me." No. Yeah. He's just crazy with it. And anyway, he just, I remember his band.
I was actually in one of his bands for a very brief period.
Which one?
I don't know. We only practiced twice and then it went away.
I remember there was...
I was a drummer for a brief period because there was drums there.
There was a group called Rape Machine, and then they were going to do a show at IUK, and I don't know how this happened, but somebody wanted to bring them on and have them perform, but they said they weren't too keen on the name, so they needed to change their name.
Really?
So for this one show, they performed as Lowest Common Abominator.
Okay.
Which I thought was kind of a cool name.
That's kind of cool.
A little more accessible than the Rape Machine on any given day.
I'd listen to both bands if I could, but that's just me.
It's funny because I remember I had one of their CDs. Remember Marty Chittum? He was in the band with them.
I think so. It's okay. If I see his face, I'll probably recognize.
He used to have a recording studio over on Union. Very cool guy.
Okay.
And him and his brother were in the band. I think so was Lance Sheedy.
I remember him. Yeah.
And
I was homeroom with him for several years.
Oh wow! And it was so funny because the one of the tracks that was on this disc that Marty gave me, it had like sound bites of Jimmy Swaggart, I think it was, like some minister saying something, and all of a sudden just like this demonic voice, like "Shut up!" and it goes into the song. It's very hilarious, very fun. Anyway, as far as things going on in the world, I found this interesting article on Yahoo. I guess this magazine called, or this online site called The Blaze revealed this. I don't know if this is a person or what, but anyway, a Mississippi mayor reveals he's gay after visiting a gay sex shop on the city's dime. Conservative Mississippi mayor has said he's gay after an audit showed he had the city pay for a wide range of personal expenses, including a visit to a gay sex store in Canada. South Haven Mayor Greg Davis revealed publicly for the first time since Thursday that he is gay.
Because he got caught.
Exactly. And said he had struggled to keep his sexuality from affecting his public role as mayor of Mississippi's third largest city. I've got a quote here from him, so I'm going to do this. Okay. I'm going to do the gay voice.
Okay.
Here we go. At this point in my life and my career, while I have tried to maintain separation between my personal and public life, it is obvious that this can no longer remain the case.
Because he got caught.
No kidding. Exactly. Welcome to Front Street, brother.
Oh, boy.
You should have just done it the first. Well, you know what? Then he wouldn't have got elected, honestly.
Probably not.
I mean, I hate to say that.
He's Republican now, but let's see how long that lasts.
Right. You might just have to be. He'll be a Democrat by proxy now, you know.
Yep.
And then another quote, he says, "Well, I have performed my job as a mayor, in my opinion, as a very conservative, progressive individual, and still continue to be a very conservative individual. I think it's important that I discuss the struggles I've had over the last few years when I came to the realization that I am gay." Like, okay, wow.
Well, if there were any other issues in that town right now, they are currently being ignored because everyone's talking about the gay man.
Exactly.
Oy.
I know, right? Mississippi of all places. He's like he's not getting lynched for that.
Exactly. No, we're in the semi-modern age now, so.
I guess so, yeah. If he was black, then he'd probably be in more trouble down in Mississippi. But anyway, he's a Republican. He's been under criminal investigation for allegedly misusing $170,000 in city funds of both his city-issued and personal credit cards. According to Commercial Appeal, an audit revealed he used city money to pay for $1,000 worth of liquor, expensive dinners, and a $67 charge at Pre-8, a Toronto store described by its website as Canada's premier gay lifestyle store and sex shop.
Oh, no.
Now, he's told the newspaper he doesn't remember what he purchased at the store, but he said he
because of all the alcohol he drank.
Yeah, obviously, he was hammered. He might have got himself some rings and just forgot that he was wearing them. Anyway, I'm not going to go there with that. But I guess he's divorced with 3 daughters. He made an unsuccessful bid for Congress in 08, running on a family values platform.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he was elected mayor back in 97. Says too early to talk about whether he's going to resign in light of disputed expenses. And he said he plans to take time off through the holidays to spend time with his family.
Yeah, he's going to resign.
Pretty much. They're going to make him resign, I'm sure.
Right.
And it's not because of the gay thing, but just the fact that he blew like $170,000 in city funds.
Right.
Like, like blow the money on, things like street lights or, fixing the concrete on the sidewalks or something productive. Don't blow it on, lube and nipple clamps.
Whatever he got, yeah.
And then here's the last quote in the article from him. It says, "The only apology I would like to make to my supporters, if they are upset, is the fact that I was not honest enough with myself to be honest with them. but I have lived my life in public service for 20 plus years. In order for me to remain sane and move on, I have got to start being honest about who I am.
I'm sorry. Typical politics. It's
Yeah.
because you got caught that you react to something. It's sorry. Because how much of a career could this guy have had if he started out saying, "Hi, I'm gay, and I want to be your mayor, and I think I will do a good job." No one would have voted for him.
Unless he was like in San Francisco,
Right.
or like a gay-friendly area, like he'd probably thrive and flourish as a gay
Right.
politician.
And before you said stuff about he's under investigation for basically embezzling funds or something,
Yeah.
I was going to say, go bravely, young man, but no. Then, gay or straight, if you screw the city, then no.
Yeah, you're jerks. So.
Yeah. Sorry, dude.
And that's the funny thing. Like, that's not the brunt of the article. The article is him getting outed pretty much for his misappropriation of funds. Anyway, folks, that's part of the chaos that is America.
World today.
The political landscape full of moral turpitude. And nobody cares to apologize for anything they've done until they get caught.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play some Lightning Seed, Small Slice of Heaven, and we're going to be back and talk about some other strange things going on around this wonderful world of ours.
Mm. You can do it.
That's not coming on.
Mm-mm.
You know the drill.
Let's see. We go to the monitor.
Come on in.
Hi, thank you. Yeah. I don't
Technical
have any
difficulties,
special
kids.
Magic.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, which song you want? Brian
I was
Ferry?
going to play Lightning Seeds. But
Anything that'll play right now.
Yeah, right
Which
now.
one? Point to it. Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Play's not even an option.
Uh-oh. Come back on. Welcome in. Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize for the technical difficulties. These do happen on occasion. But don't lose heart.
Oh, I hear something.
Check, check.
Something magical.
You hear noise.
Yes, we have noise.
Oh, no, it's not.
Oh, we're on.
Okay. So it is playing.
Let me
We can't.
Let me go listen.
Ah.
There.
Yes. I wish they would give us a bigger server. What's your guest name?
I'm Andy.
Yeah, Andy Eichwolds. I've got it on my Facebook
Oh, you
page.
did? Okay, I'll look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another person posted they're listening.
Oh.
Pedo bear. That's a big pedo bear costume. He knows when you've been sleeping. He knows when you're awake. But he prefers it when you're sleeping.
Yeah. I think it's funny. Have you seen that picture? All those animals that are based on. I guess it's from some Japanese cartoon, whatever. They had pedo bear and there's one called like hetero dog.
No, I didn't.
It's like on Wikipedia. I'm like hetero dog. I'm surprised nobody's like took that ball around and made hetero dog shirts. It's like everybody's like hetero bear.
No, it's the deviants that we pay attention to.
Yeah.
The straight guys. Which yeah.
Oh, have you heard about this whole thing with Jerry Sandusky?
No, I'm assuming it's. Is that the sports thing,
Yeah,
sex
the-
scandal, whatever it was?
Right, it's Penn State.
And the colonel knew, didn't he?
Now he knew the inappropriate action was taken.
I said such an interesting excuse the lawyers getting. Did you see that?
No, I remember there was one where the guy said something about him being.
He's boy's house to take a proper shower.
What? That's the new one? Oh my god.
You know, I raised my grandson by myself, so if I had a question, I would take him to the doctor and have them explain things.
Yeah.
I don't want the coach explaining crap about privates.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird, yeah.
Other than if it's bleeding, put a Band-Aid on it, you know? That's what the coach does.
So I said,
rub some dirt on it, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's what I read that this morning. I said, that's amazing. I guess it came out yesterday. Teaching him how to take a shower. Okay. See, they need to arrest Paterno. I'm so sorry.
I was just worried about ambient noise coming in, but
There's the mic's good.
mic's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I haven't done.
In fact, if you talk on the side of it, you've been talking on the side of it. Right?
I've been talking near it.
Okay, well that's good. It really goes in better here.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I actually.
You know what? I hear you clearly. Whatever you've been doing, keep doing it.
Awesome.
It sounds good. Okay.
Yeah, I should have managed
Do it if you want to. Is your mom working tonight?
I think so. Welcome back.
We've missed you.
Indeed. We wait with bated breath to talk and speak unto thee, and play music, more music, and say strange things. And hopefully we can make you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And that's even better. Anyway, on a more serious note, aside from like the gay mayor buying buying his men all kinds of toys and things, there's an article here. I guess this is from Rivals.com, which is from Yahoo Sports. It says Paterno actually admitted, I guess, that he knew inappropriate action was taken by Jerry Sandusky with a youngster back in '02. Now, he told a grand jury this, that it was an incident of a sexual nature between ex-defensive coordinator Jerry Sandusky and a young boy in 2002 was read for the first time in open court today. Paterno said he knew inappropriate action was taken by Sandusky with the youngster after meeting with then graduate assistant Mike McQueary, who allegedly saw Sandusky sexually abusing a boy in a locker room shower the previous night, but did not inform police and waited at least a day to inform his boss, athletic director Tim Curley, because he didn't want to interfere with their weekends.
See, he's in football, right?
Yeah.
Should he have not simply just tackled the offending dude and gotten the kid out?
Tell me about it, right? I'm sorry, if I open up the door, some random room, I look in there and some guy's like banging out a kid, I'm going to kick him right in the back of his head. I'm going to stop him. That's not right. I can't imagine the kid going.
There's got to be more to this story because this just sounds too incredible. He waited a day to inform anybody?
Right. And he told the administration, not the police, if I recall.
He was a graduate assistant.
Oh, he was a graduate assistant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, still, doing the right thing is doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, some states have Samaritan laws. I mean, if they had Samaritan laws in that city, they could have put him in jail for that because he just let it happen. I mean, inappropriate's inappropriate. I mean,
bad decisions all around, pretty much everybody. The only what's happened to the kid? That's what I want to know.
Let's see what else we got here. So, Sandusky played and coached under Paterno for more than 30 years prior to his retirement in '99. Remained regular on Penn State's campus until his arrest on a multitude of sexual abuse charges last month. Now, Paterno's testimony is read as part of a preliminary hearing for Curley and another Penn State administrator, Gary Schultz, are both charged with perjury and failure to report for their alleged inaction regarding Sandusky after meeting with McQueary in '02. Judge ruled at the end of the proceeding the state had enough evidence to send the case against Curley and Schultz to trial. Now, McQueary, a State College native, former starting quarterback, remained on Paterno's staff until Paterno was fired as a result of the scandal last month. He took the stand Friday morning testifying he personally saw Sandusky with his arms wrapped around a boy's waist in a shower and believed, although he wasn't 100% certain, that the boy was being sodomized. He immediately called his father, and they decided they should go to Paterno the next day. In that meeting, the subsequent meeting with Curley and Schultz, McQueary said he was clear that he was describing an extremely sexual act, in quotation marks, emphasis added. And here's what we've got.
Sorry,
he said he didn't. Yeah.
Go on.
These bastards. said he did not give Paterno's explicit details of what he believed he'd seen, saying he wouldn't have used terms like sodomy or anal intercourse out of respect for the longtime coach. Well, what else are you going to call it?
Tomato doesn't really apply here, guys.
How about we just say he was raping the kid? You know, if you can't say sodomy or anal intercourse, say raping the kid, because that sounds like what he was doing. Now, he said Paterno told him he'd done the right thing by reporting what he saw. Head coach appeared shocked and sad and slumped back in his chair, McQuarrie said. Paterno told McQuarrie he would talk to others about what he reported. 9 or 10 days later, McQuarrie said he met with Curley and Schultz and told them he'd seen Sandusky and Boyd both naked in the shower after hearing skin-on-skin slapping sounds. I told them I saw Jerry in the showers with a young boy and that what I seen was extremely sexual and over the lines, and it was wrong, McQuarrie said. I would describe it as extremely sexual, and I thought there was some kind of intercourse going on. Like, yeah, you're a grown man. I imagine you would know what intercourse would look like.
At your age, in your profession, you've seen porn. You know what's going on.
Right. I mean, regardless of the sexuality of the pornography, I'm sure you were well aware of what type of activity was going on.
Number one, who's looking out for this kid now? I'm sorry, I keep going back to the kid because I'm worried about his future. I mean, is the kid gay after all? Did the coach coerce him into doing this or whatever? I don't know. Am I focusing on the wrong thing here?
Well, no, I understand, but it's and then let's see what else are we mentioning here. According to Pennsylvania General Attorney, it's let's see.
Yeah, because everyone's talking about who did the wrongdoing.
Right.
I'm just wanting to make sure that this kid has a good future.
There's no indication that anyone from the university ever attempted to learn the identity of the child who was sexually assaulted on their campus or made any follow-up effort to obtain more information. And there was no effective change in Sandusky's status for the school and no limits on his access to the campus after this.
Yeah, because there's things you have to do to someone who's, if it was against his consent, he was assaulted, which means, this kid needs to be taken care of. He needs to be assured that if this was an attack, this was not his fault.
Exactly.
And I don't know. It's just how I am. I want to try to make things as right as possible in this very wrong situation.
Yeah, I mean, and what else I'm seeing here? In his testimony Friday afternoon, Curley disputed the conclusions. Again, argued McQuarrie did not indicate there was something of a sexual nature between Sandusky and the boy during the meeting, and he understood the incident as horsing around.
No.
Whoa, what the hell kind of horsing around does this guy do?
That's like that one football player. What's that sport? The guy named Sir or whatever? The guy that stomped on the dude and said, I was stepping... No, sorry, you stomped on a dude. I watched it happen.
Man.
I don't even watch sports, and I saw that happen.
I guess this administrator Curley didn't report the incident to police. He testified Friday because I didn't think it was a crime at the time. What the hell was it then? Really? They should all be in trouble. Every last one of these clowns.
What's the quote? I'm not sure who made the quote, but all it takes is no. All it takes for evil to thrive is for good men to do nothing. Well, yeah. Well, you aren't good men at that point.
There are no good men in this situation, apparently.
Let's talk about something cooler.
All right, yeah, definitely.
Or better.
Change of subject.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got one for you. Now,
sure.
I saw you came in, you had on your Transformer hoodie.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I take it you love the series, the animated stuff. What do you think of the movies?
Oh, my. The first one I thought was really good. I mean, I had no previous knowledge of the Michael Bay movie train wreck that is his movie career.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just want to see stuff blow up, go see a Michael Bay movie because that's going to be a wonderful thing. And the first movie was pretty good. There were plot holes large enough to drive Optimus Prime in truck mode through. But still, I thought it was pretty entertaining. Now, the second movie, put it this way, Michael Bay came on, held a press conference to apologize.
Wow.
Michael Bay apologized. Now, if we can just get George Lucas to apologize for the prequels, we'll be getting somewhere. But
you should also apologize for beating a dead horse. We keep re-releasing the same movies
over and over again
with extra footage. He's pissing off his fans.
Oh yeah, and I covered this. I did an episode of my show. Basically, it's called regarding George Lucas. If you go to the Facebook page, you can watch it. But I compared George to his own mythos, where he started out with the original Star Wars trilogy, as he was a rebel. He basically, the Directors Guild sued him because of the title crawl he did. He didn't include the actors' names. They sued him like $10 million because he did that. He paid his fine and he left the Directors Guild and kept doing what he was doing. He was a rebel.
Yeah.
He made some great movies, and it was awesome. But now he's into the whole the re-releasing of the stuff and those
Right.
god awful prequels. I'm sorry, kids out there who all you've seen is the first, Phantom Menace and all those. Not good films. But what's going on here is at this point in his career, I'm comparing George Lucas to the Emperor, because he's very comfortably sitting back in his chair and ordering things to get done, and everyone is very fearful around him, pretty much doing what I don't know.
Right.
But Transformers, the second movie was really bad. It made me start to not like Shia LaBeouf, or however you say his last name. But the third one, I think he sort of redeemed himself. The third movie was truly epic. Did you see it at all?
I saw the first one, and just the fact they changed so much stuff as far as...
Right.
I didn't like the way they made the
Well, it's
Autobots. They gave them mouths. Like Optimus Prime never had a mouth.
It's like the X-Men movies. It's its own little world.
Yeah.
And
I know it's not canon.
It's the same characters. It's not canon. It can't be.
I will say it was I would say a solid bastardization.
Mm-hmm. It's a Michael Bay attempt.
Yeah, I mean, like they call things adaptations in Hollywood, but I would say that was a bastardization because I liked the original stuff, and the movie just didn't do it for me. I didn't like the casting. I didn't like Shia LaBeouf.
No.
Like
the what is it? Mudflap and Skids. The two that turned into the ice cream truck in the beginning.
Yeah.
In the second movie, did we not, once again, going back to George Lucas, did we not learn from Jar Jar Binks that if you have an annoying character for the sake of being annoying, it's still annoying and needs to not be on the screen?
It seems kind of wasteful, and I don't know. The fact that they were so intricate looking was cool visually, but at the same token, there are moments I was watching that first movie going, who's winning? Like, I couldn't tell, like, they're just fighting, and it's almost like, like in the cartoons, they have that cloud of smoke, and you see fists and stuff coming out.
Right,
things flying
Tex Avery fight in the dust cloud, yeah.
That's exactly what happened. Like, when they'd start tangling, that's exactly what I saw, and I'm like, this is...
Well, that's the original 84 cartoon when it started.
Yeah.
You had the Autobot color, which were bright reds and yellows and whites, and the bad guys were purple, black, gray.
Right.
If they were in a big fight, you pretty much knew who you were fighting. I mean, the Autobots, not that they didn't look cool in the movies, but, Ironhide was a black truck. And he's a good guy, so he starts mixing it up with, say, Brawl or Starscream. They're the same color.
Yeah.
What's fighting who?
It is a little confusing, and I think if they had streamlined them, it would have been really interesting if they just... nobody's doing really cool animated movies much anymore.
Right.
I think if they'd done an animated Transformers movie, like a completely animated, you remember, like, when they did the one in the 80s?
Going into games here, have
Yeah.
you played Transformers War for Cybertron or seen that at all?
I played one of those games.
You can play the demo on Xbox. You can download it. It is probably one of the best Transformers games ever, and the cutscenes just look beautiful.
Wow.
The new one's coming out. It's called Transformers Fall of Cybertron. They just released the new trailer for it, and it looks awesome. It's what the Transformers movies should have been. No humans involved. It's all about the Transformers and their story, and Optimus's rise to be the leader. So it's just
a prequel, basically.
It's the prequel's Fall was the War for Cybertron, and now Cybertron is dying in the Fall of Cybertron, and this sets up the whole thing is a prequel to the '84 cartoon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is them still fighting on the War for Cybertron. They haven't even boarded the Ark yet, so they're not even leaving Cybertron to go to Earth.
That's cool.
So, and it's, if you have a chance, like I said, I posted the link to the new trailer, which is music by Pucifer, which is the lead singer from Tool, Maynard's band.
Okay.
It's just beautiful. The cinematic trailer. So look that up on YouTube. Look for Fall of Cybertron cinematic trailer. It's just, even if you don't play the game, it's just a good little, like 3-minute movie just to kind of enjoy yourself with.
Yeah, I've always taken time when I have played games to look at the cinematics and the cut trailer or the cut scenes, because I know a lot of time and energy goes into those, and a lot of times they're really entertaining. It does.
Squaresoft did a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, and it cracks me up too sometimes. Like, so I've had friends that'll just skip that stuff. Like, no, wait, just take your time. I want to see this. It's like let's see what they took the time and energy to make, and
on your third or fourth playthrough, you're probably going to cut.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like first time. It's like, don't do that. I mean, I was playing like Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and the cutscenes were just great. I mean, same kind of deal. You had a very epic kind of sweeping story, and I mean, yeah, they strayed a little bit from the books, but I think they did that just to keep people on their toes, so you weren't sure how things were going to turn out.
Which that's cool. Which I say on my show several times. If you give me good characters, if you give me good stories with those characters, I will play your game and I will watch your movie, see your TV show, and I'll recommend it to friends.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to keep me watching. If it's crap, like the Twilight movies, with horrible source material and characters that are stupid.
Vampires without fangs? Get out of here.
Why are you sparkling? No. And seriously, have you seen the Twilight at all?
I saw the first one.
I watched
it because I was with a girl. Okay. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it.
Well, apparently in the last couple movies, probably the most villainous and diabolical of all movie villains in history has been revealed as to be Bella, the girl main character. Because she seriously flipped on the dude, the vampire she's loving on the whole movie. Right. She flips at the end and starts basically making out with the werewolf kid.
Oh.
Yeah. Man. And I'm like, wow, you're classy.
Yeah, I think I know that girl. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or creatures like her.
And I'm sorry, why will that girl never close her mouth?
Oh,
have you seen every picture of her?
Yeah, she's always open. Maybe she's trying to catch flies.
I have no idea.
The extra protein.
But yeah. It's as far as the show goes, it's fun to talk about the good stuff, but sometimes you've got to focus on the bad things so you know what good stuff you actually have.
Good point. Here's another interesting tidbit.
Mm-hmm.
There's this Israeli guy who changed his name to Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah. Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg, featuring Israeli doppelganger Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, God.
Now, Israeli entrepreneur Rotem Goez says he legally changed his name to that of Facebook's CEO, a gimmick meant to persuade the social networking site to back down from what he says are threats to take legal action against him. He's telling Facebook, if you want to sue me, you're going to have to sue Mark Zuckerberg. He says a lawyer from Facebook pressed him this week to close his online business, Like Store, calling it illegal. Like Store promises to enhance companies' online reputation by offering Facebook users free content only accessible by clicking like on the company's profiles.
Which that's fine.
Right. Well, the Israeli acknowledged on Saturday his company violates Facebook's term of use, but says many U.S. companies offer similar services. Facebook declined to comment specifically on the name change, but said it was going after those who violate the company's terms as part of the efforts to protect the users.
Okay, well that's ballsy move there, Mr. Zuckerberg.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Clone Zuckerberg, I mean. So there you go.
Earth 2 Zuckerberg.
I guess. I don't know. Earth 2. Have you seen what's that? Another Earth? There's a movie coming out called Another Earth.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently something about it's on. I see the thing on Facebook every once in a while. Apparently Another Earth appears in the sky over our Earth, and somehow people are selling tickets to go there. Or something. It looks somewhat interesting. I don't know. I need to look more into it because I really don't know that much about it.
I'll tell you, have you seen the one where the people are just dematerializing?
No. Which one's that one?
I don't remember the name of it. It's like this movie. Like they've been showing these commercials for it, and like you see these. Like there's one that like these golden energy balls just come out of the sky and like they're just hovering in the street, and this guy reaches out with a nightstick. The cop to touch it, and he dematerializes.
It sounds like the game. It sounds like a game, really. It sounds like XCOM.
Wow.
Because there's a game coming out called XCOM. It's based off the old, DOS games XCOM.
Maybe it was Darkest Hour or something like that.
It could be.
But it's just it's such a weird trailer because you see these people just dematerializing in the street, thinking, how the hell do you fight something like that? Like, what is causing that? And the fact they're not saying anything kind of pisses me off. I like to know a little something going into it.
I tell you, it's got you talking about it.
Exactly.
It's got you thinking about it. See?
True.
That's what brings you in. If you get a good concept like that, that's what intrigues me about things. But now that they've drawn us in, can they keep us? And can they give us a good enough story to back that thing that we're now asking questions about? So now I'm really curious as to see it.
Yeah.
Because so much stuff, like movies and stuff, they give you the flashy trailer and then you come in and you watch it and you're like, oh,
yeah,
this is it. Like everyone was really excited about what was the last Pirates movie on Stranger Tides.
I didn't even see it.
Exactly, nobody did.
Yeah.
And I watched it. I have no idea how you can make Johnny Depp swinging from a vine boring, but they did it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really horrible.
Well, I think you reach a certain point with so many movies, like as far as franchises go, you run out of steam and you rehash old stuff, and you end up kind of beating a dead horse. I mean, there weren't too many franchises I can think of that maintain solid stuff through and through. I mean,
the Terminator series. I thought the last one wasn't that great, but I liked the first 3 Terminator movies.
Yeah.
That's some good. Even Rise of the Machines, which was the weakest of the original trilogy, still to me was intriguing.
Yeah.
Because
female Terminator, you know.
Well, that was the fun part.
Yeah.
But I liked how she looked up at the poster as she's getting pulled over by the cop, and all of a sudden her boobs get really big. So you kind of distract as the. I thought that was kind of the Terminators studying psychology, and they recognize that big boobs work. You know? So watch out, the Terminators are going to boob you.
Yeah. Death by cleavage.
Oh God, but yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna play some Brian Ferry, Sign of the Times. We're gonna come back and God, there's so much more to go on about.
That's true.
We'll be back.
Thank you, Will, for giving us all this material to yell about.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, surprise medicine restores an actor.
Really? Ambien, isn't that a sleep medicine?
Yeah.
He's asleep, how can he talk?
So he had he was diagnosed with TMJ, but then like his voice began to slur, and they asked him if he had a stroke, and then he started losing clients. He was a voice actor. His voice continued to decline, so he couldn't do voiceover work, could barely speak. Lips and part of his tongue became almost completely numb.
Damn.
Man, and then saw a bunch of doctors, blah 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 blah. He was taking it, and for whatever reason, Ambien seems to fix it.
Well,
So he takes smaller doses, so than when he's trying to sleep.
Well, that's cool.
That is crazy.
It'll never get FDA approved for that use, though.
No, like it's. Well, I mean, hell, what was Viagra originally intended to be like a heart medicine?
But since it has to do with penises, every person on Capitol Hill rushed that pill through like it was candy.
No kidding.
And yet the cure for cancer has been found, but it won't be approved because it was another drug intended for something else. With cured cancer, people, sorry, you can't have it. Seriously?
Man.
Seriously?
Yeah.
What more can you say to that?
Holy smokes, is this the girl dating Corey?
Interesting.
Wow. Judas of the Night.
People were asking me questions about what I was talking about. That's awesome. Oh, my old boss likes my link. The nunchucks.
Welcome back. Yeah, there's this really funny picture found floating around, and it's Chuck Norris dressed in a nun outfit. It's actually 2 Chuck Norris side by side with
Nun's habits.
Yeah, with the habits on it, and it says nunchucks. Yeah. So that's the kind of craziness that's out there in the good old World Wide Web.
Chuck Norris! Have you seen the World of Warcraft commercial with Chuck Norris in it?
Yeah.
I love that!
They did one with Ozzy and then Mr. T.
Right? Yep. Oh, God, you got a special item for his. You could get the Mohawk grenade.
Yeah. I wonder, is that a temporary effect, or is that like a thing that
I
permanently...
have no idea. That was one of the first ones when they used celebrities, but
yeah.
But now World of Warcraft is free to play, folks, up to level 20. So if you haven't tried the game out, you have no excuse now, except for the several hours of downloading the software.
Oh,
but yeah, it's like 10 gigs of downloading.
I just found this article on what site is Mother Nature Network, and I guess they're saying there's a miracle drug discovered that cures any viral infection.
Oh, that's
a
awesome.
Single broad spectrum cure. And they're saying worldwide viral infections, common cold, influenza, dengue fever, even Ebola, all of them wiped out.
Is it an antibiotic or is it something else?
Let's see.
What you got?
It's called Draco, double strain RNA activated capsase oligomerizers for short.
Okay.
And they tried against 15 viruses, including rhinovirus, the rheumatic cold, H1N1, stomach virus, poliovirus, and dengue fever, effectively against them all. And they're saying this is, if you detect a pathogenic bacterium in the environment, probably antibiotic that can be used to treat someone exposed to it. But there are a few treatments out there for viruses, so I guess that's what they were.
Gotcha. All right.
And I guess it works by utilizing a protein that targets the type of double-stranded RNA.
Oh, so it's okay. So it's a hunter-killer missile for viruses. Well, that's cool. Yeah, because I know this is the big thing about that people are concerned about antibiotics is the limited effectiveness, and you're getting the super strains because they're becoming antibiotic resistant.
Exactly.
So if it's just an antibiotic, it's just a stopgap.
I know, like they say, like the same thing with the hand sanitizer. If you use it too much, it will supposedly over time, like the bacteria that it's killing could get stronger. Funny thing is, it's like
did you hear about that one?
Well, it's a theory that if we keep doing that, invariably,
evolution is like the black moths and the white moths. The white moths will, thrive on the birch trees, but then if the coal plant opens up next door and all of a sudden soot gets all over the trees, the black moths are going to thrive because the white moths are going to be able to be seen and eaten.
Yeah.
So it's whoever survives the most gets the treats, I guess. I don't know.
Right. There's another weird. Did you hear about there was another planet that was found?
No, really.
There was an article I saw.
Well, we lost Pluto, so we definitely need to pick up some more now.
Yeah, there's a
Pluto's not a planet anymore, kids. Sorry about that.
New planet discovered, new planet found, and it's in our solar system.
Really?
No less. Let's see.
Now I know they talked about the one beyond Pluto. They're calling it Eden or something like that, or is this something different? So
this one is. Let's see. Oh, where is it? Mm-hmm. New solar 6 planets. Exploration.
Now I know that the scientists who are searching other solar systems have found an Earth-like planet. I'm not sure what they're calling it, but I thought that was neat. And they've also found one out there with a binary sun. And they've named it Tatooine.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool.
Man.
So you can go visit. You can actually, once you get your spaceship, you can go actually visit Tatooine now. With a double sunrise.
Can we drop George Lucas off there?
I really, really want to, but something tells me that's too good for him.
Right. Let's see. 3 new planets, mystery objects discovered outside our solar system. 3 planets, each orbiting its own giant dying star, have been discovered by an international research team.
That's cool.
Led by Penn State University astronomers. See, this is something good about Penn State instead of hearing about the diddler Jerry Sandusky.
Yes.
But using the Hobby Eberly telescope, astronomers observed the planet's parent star called HD 240237, and there's a bunch of other numbers. And anyway, they're tens of light years away from our solar system. One of the massive dying stars has an additional mystery object orbiting it, according to team leader Alex Wolskin, an Evan Pugh professor of astronomy and astrophysics at Penn State, who in '92 became the first astronomer to ever discover planets outside our solar system. Wow, so they're hoping to shed light on the evolution of planetary systems around dying stars and how metal content influences the behavior of dying stars.
But no matter how far away your planet is, you still have to tip your pizza delivery guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Because when you don't order from them again, if you're going to do that.
Right, exactly.
That's what it gets me. You get the people that don't tip and they keep calling for the same person, or not the same person, but keep repeatedly, getting
taking
stuff.
advantage of that. Yeah.
Right. It's like, you're going to get hawkers in your damn food.
I've seen, what's the movie, Waiting? Yeah. If you've seen Waiting, don't mess with the people making your food.
No, that's the stupidest thing. I am always nice to servers and.
Oh, I got in my iPod. I got the tip calculator because I always, because I've worked in the restaurants, so I know. Yeah. I know how hard these people work. So people, please tip your waitresses and don't bitch about it.
I had a friend of mine who actually used to work as a salesman, and he used to refuse to tip. Like, he saw Reservoir Dogs, and you remember the scene where Mr. Pink was sitting there saying, like, he don't believe in tipping and all that.
Yeah.
He took that as scripture, and then he lost his sales job. Then he got on, I think it was like an Applebee's or one of those sort of restaurant types, and he got on as a server. After that, he was over tipping.
Well, yeah.
To make up for his,
walk a mile in this man's shoes, and you will understand.
Right, right. And I just thought it was hilarious, that he had such a turnaround. I'm glad he did, because what would happen is the group of us would go out to eat, and when he was on his I don't believe in tipping phase, the rest of us would throw down extra to cover
what he was lacking. Gotcha.
Yeah. Because for me, it's like, even if somebody's giving you a soda, if you just go somewhere and have coffee, at least leave a buck.
Right.
I mean, they'll raise the minimum wage reluctantly every few years,
right?
But they've yet to raise the minimum wage for people that work in the restaurant industry.
Yeah, because there's something about their like independent contractors. I'm not sure the exact terminology for it.
Right. So it's still like stuck at like $2.13 or something like that.
I think that actually has gone up too, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done that kind of thing, so I couldn't tell you.
I think it's still in the $2 range. I had a conversation with a lady at Waffle House one night about it, and I said, because like we were just talking, she was saying that she had a crappy night. So I tipped her extra just because, I don't know, she could have been lying, but she was just saying the fact that, given that she was, she had a little one that she was looking after and all this stuff, that was always one of her concerns is, she tries to be as accommodating as possible so she can have a good night.
Right.
And I just thought, man, it's like if your livelihood depends on that sometimes, you gotta. Oh man, because you can have some real jerks.
Because it's on the other side of the coin as well. If you are giving your guest a bad day and are like, you're not. If your guest can tell that you are, don't care, don't want to be there, and giving them horrible service, you deserve to get a low tip, because that is the ratings that you go by. It's.
The crazy thing I think I've actually seen though was. There's a friend of mine who used to work at, which I want to say it was like maybe Red Lobster or something like that. And so there was a guy who would come in and he would have 10 singles. He would lay them out, two rows of 5-star. And he would have them sitting there on the table. He would, and whenever the server would screw up, he'd take $1 away.
Wow.
And then like if his food came out and it was screwed up, he took $1 away. So every time.
Here's your tip, and how much you get to keep depends on you.
Pretty much. So it made me think of that scene from, what was that movie? 4 Rooms.
4 Rooms.
Where the guy's like, here's the money you can make just for sitting here and listening to
me talk. 10 seconds, like 1 second of work. Man, I love that line, that whole speech he gives. Yeah. That was such a great film. I still have that one.
For Tarantino, who's, primarily an actor, director over actor, he just, like, when he does have parts, he chews them up really well. And that was a really great one for him, I think. But
I liked him in Alias too. He played kind of a I don't know if anyone's seen the show Alias. Jennifer Garner.
Oh, I remember she was like a spy.
Yeah, I loved that show. But Quentin Tarantino was a guest actor on that. He actually was playing a bad guy. Not just a bad guy, but a faction leader. He was like the head of the North American terrorist cell, and it was just kind of interesting to watch him kind of slide around, and be all snaky and evil when dealing with the good guys. So it's, I don't know. I like Quentin Tarantino pretty much anything he does.
Oh yeah.
So
I don't think he's done a crappy movie yet. I like pretty much all that he's done, and then. Like a lot of people didn't realize he wrote Natural Born Killers.
Okay.
Or at least he came with the story for it. I think Oliver Stone and some of the others kind of added their little spin on it. And then True Romance, he wrote that movie.
Okay.
But Tony Scott directed it.
Okay.
So I mean, he's been in the game for a minute, and he does some really cool stuff. And I think he was on the road From Dusk Till Dawn.
Because he was in that one too. Which that series has gone downhill since the first one.
Oh my God! Yeah. Boy. I hope it's like if they try to sell it as a box set, people are probably just gonna like.
No, I'll take the first movie. Yeah. Oh, that's why I always tell on the show. I was talking about the Blu-ray for the entire Star Wars saga is now out. I told people if you give me that Blu-ray disc, I'm gonna crack that thing in half.
Oh.
Because I finally got a fan of the show actually donated to the show the box set of the original. Unaltered, non-special edition VHS, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. So I'm treasuring that now.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, people want what they want,
Yeah, that's like I recently picked up a Doctor Who DVD down in India.
Oh, very cool.
And it was called The 5 Doctors. It was literally like the first 5 guys. But in actuality, the first actor that played the very original Doctor. William Hartnell had died, so they had a different guy play his role, but the dude looked so similar to him. And they had this little quote from Hartnell in the beginning his speech he gives right before he regenerates, which I thought was amazing. But they had two versions of the DVD. There was one that was like the original release in 1983, and then they had a version with updated special effects. And it was like from '95.
Okay.
And the '95, I mean, it's funny though, given the modern age that we're in and how special effects are.
Right.
Even the '95 version still looks pretty cheesy.
Right. Well, that was their thing. That was the lowest of the low budget sci-fi shows. Yeah. And what kept you watching was the story and the characters and the doctor, which they have just found. Not many people know this, that that aware of the Doctor Who universe is that they didn't keep tapes of the show,
right.
Or sometimes the buildings they were in would catch fire. So many of the original episodes have been lost. They just found 3 episodes, and I think they're going to be remastering them here soon and re-releasing them.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah. So I'm not sure which episodes they were, but it's like some of the old black and white ones, so some of the first ones.
Oh, man.
So I know my sister really loves Doctor Who, so I know she's going to be thrilled to hear about that.
One of my friends, we go to a comic shop, or not a comic shop, there's a comic show in Indy, Ash Comics. They do them like once every 2 months.
Okay.
And they got one coming up tomorrow.
Oh.
And there was a guy there who was like selling Doctor Who bootlegs. And it was just like, compilation of stuff, so it would be like the Daleks collection, so you'd have maybe 2 or 3 different stories featuring 2 or 3 different doctors and their interaction with the Daleks. And,
okay.
And then he had like some of the early, like some of the William Hartnell episodes, like the first 3 Doctors.
Right.
A lot of this stuff that the BBC hasn't even released yet. And when they are releasing DVDs, it's just like it's like brief storylines. It's like 1 or 2 parts. It's not a whole season.
Right.
And that's what pisses me off about like the
and part of that stuff. Is that some of them are simply missing. But they should be releasing as much as they can whenever they can. But that's my opinion. And
then the crazy thing is, it's like I remember I had a friend of mine. He made a DVD for me, and it was the 6th Doctor, who was like
Was that?
He wasn't the Colin Baker. That was the guy.
Colin Baker.
Yeah,
okay.
He had like the psychedelic coat.
Yeah, with the question mark king.
Yeah, he looked like the Riddler or something.
He had the bowler hat and everything. If he was green, he would have been the Riddler.
Well, he didn't have a bowler hat. He didn't wear a hat. He just had the long coat. The guy after him, Sylvester McCoy, he always wore a hat.
Okay.
He wore a hat and he had the
I get so confused.
Yeah, it's like there's always some sort of carryover. I mean, it's kind of funny, like the 4th Doctor was Tom Baker.
Yeah.
And he had like the wild curly hair, and then the 6th Doctor was Colin Baker, and he had wild curly hair too.
Right.
Anyway, so like I guess there was a whole season. It was called Trials of a Time Lord.
Okay. I remember those.
Yeah, and they had them broke up into like 4 different different parts. So it's like 4 parts. But the first 4 parts was actually like Mind Warp, and the second one was like something else. But it was all under the headline Trial of a Time Lord.
Right. I think some of those are on Netflix now too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Worth checking out though. If you like the modern Doctor Who stuff, it's cool. But if you want to check out the old school, they're worth watching. I mean, I found like some old Doctor Who VHS at the library.
My friend just posted on the scene from 4 Rooms where Quentin gives the speech.
Oh.
So yeah, I've got that in my message now.
Very cool. Yeah.
Thanks, Angie. Go City of Fist Roller Girls there.
Oh God, love those girls.
Good stuff.
I saw them at the convention earlier this year, and then like if they have events and stuff around town, sometimes I'll go to those. Schedule permits. But yeah, they're cool, and I hope they just pummel all their competition.
Yes. Into the ground.
There's so much cool like girl power stuff going on in this city. It's like you got like the City of Fist. You've got like some of the burlesque girls are doing things.
Yeah, I keep seeing stuff about that.
Yeah, like Kitty Von Clausen and some of the girls. I think it's called Firepost Studios.
Yeah, I think I've liked them on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, and they're just. It's amazing. Like, it's always amazing to me how Kokomo, this place where there's really not a lot going on. People are making things going on. It's like, we're doing this show. You've got your show. I've got my show. There's a lot of bands that are trying to like do things, get them off the ground.
Right.
A couple of break dance crews. Like I was at the Finest competition this past week.
Okay.
A group called Music in Action actually won.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Those guys really brought it too, and I'd seen them perform because I was one of the judges, and so I was there for like the preliminaries, and they were like dancing to dubstep, and I was just like, man, dubstep is permeating society. I'm like, if it's here in the Midwest, it's already,
Yeah.
It's funny though, because like some of my friends and I, we were listening to that like a couple years ago, and people were like, "What the hell is that?" Like they didn't know. They're like dub, like reggae. I'm like, no, drastically different.
Yeah.
See, well, anyway, we are getting close to the end of the hour.
And I'm sad because of that.
Yeah, you know what? We've done more talk than music, but I do not have a problem with that because I think it was very fun, and I'm glad to have had you on the show. I hope we can do it again.
Yeah, and actually, I want you to guest host on my show.
I will do it.
Yes, very cool.
Sounds very cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will try to let you know when that's going to be so you can get on YouTube and check it out. But do check out Andy Eicholtz's Hate Mail. That's H8 and then mail. And listen to him go off about games, movies, music, the whole nine, and probably whatever else tickles your fancy. So.
Yeah, I'm going to try to expand into more topics, but I mostly try to keep to the core: games, television, and movies.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I saw on TV the other day. I had a commercial for like Smallville, like the box set. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, that looks kind of cool, and I almost want to get it, but I remember thinking at certain points during that series, they should have ended it sooner. I mean, it went like 10 seasons, which is that's pretty impressive.
It's one of the longest running sci-fi fantasy series of all time.
One of, yeah. I mean, Doctor Who's been at it longer, and I think Star Trek might be second to that.
But we're talking about a continuous
series. Yeah, good point. Yeah. No gaps in time. No pun intended.
But it's I don't think it's the longest, but it's up there. It's like in the top 5 or 3 or something like that. So they're troopers.
I mean, it came a long way too. Did you watch much of it? Or?
I watched the first 3 or 4 seasons. When the guy playing Lex Luthor left, I lost interest because he was the reason to watch that show.
Same here. I thought the same thing. Michael Rosenbaum, really
good stuff.
Like the guy that played Clark, Tom Welling, is a good actor, but the way he kind of played Clark was kind of stiff, and that's just. And that's kind of part of Clark's character, but I always thought Clark was more quirky. And Superman was a bit more stiff,
Right.
And so it's like he was bringing more Superman than Clark in certain respects. But Lex was so evolving so quickly as a character, because he wasn't really a bad guy to begin with. No. But the fact that he kept getting nudged that way, and Lionel Luthor's dad had the whole extreme parenting thing, putting him through all these paces. So
the ultimate up or out kind of mentality there.
Exactly.
You will succeed, or you will be buried underneath the castle.
Well, anyway, folks, thanks again for listening to another edition of Pig's Pen. This show is produced by Greg Skadson. And again, I want to thank Andy for being on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a blast, and we'll definitely have to do it again. Folks, if I don't hear from you anytime soon, have a good holiday. Have a great new year, and whatever you do, don't get caught.
Successful!
Yay.
We didn't explode or nothing.
Yeah, nobody got hurt.
At least not yet. The after party hasn't happened yet.
No casualties.
All right.